An important message from Alan Hamilton on behalf of the Informed Medical Options Party.
Hi everyone, Alan Hamilton here from the Informed Medical Options Party, standing in the seat of McConnell. I've got a question for you. What part of yes don't you understand? Now, we all understand what we mean when we say no, but when it comes to vaccines, what is it we really mean when we say yes? Since the beginning of this pandemic, we've been told by various media pundits and medical experts that we're not going to return to normal until we've got a vaccine. But to say yes to this vaccine, what does that really mean? If you say yes to a vaccine, you're not saying yes to a single jab and then everything returns to normal. Rather, you're saying yes to an endless series of vaccines and booster shots for the current coronavirus, as well as for any subsequent viruses that the World Health Organization or Gavi decide that we need. This could result in several vaccines per year as well as booster shots, and this could go on indefinitely. So before you say yes to a corona vaccine, make sure you understand what you're really saying yes to. If you say yes to a vaccine, what you're really saying yes to is being injected with various synthetic strands of RNA or DNA fragments or animal proteins, which will ultimately become part of your cellular structure. Some of the newer mRNA vaccines are quite unstable, so manufacturers are forced to use various nanoparticles to stabilize and activate these vaccines. If you say yes to a vaccine, you're saying yes to repeated injections of all of these things on a liability-free basis. That is to say that you will have no claim against the manufacturer no matter what harm these vaccines do to you, even if the manufacturers knowingly supply harmful vaccines. When it comes to government-mandated vaccines, what you're really saying yes to is the idea that one group in society has a claim on the bodies of another group in society. Now, this is an idea with a terrifying history. For a long time, slavery was a legalized institution. Under that legal institution, slave owners quite literally had a claim over the bodies of their slaves. Up until fairly recently, men could lay claim to the bodies of a woman who was carrying their unborn child. Now, thankfully, in developed societies, we've moved beyond these restrictions, but it's important that we never regress. If you say yes to a vaccine that doesn't work, one which doesn't provide you with protection in your own person, you are ultimately ending up saying yes to a vaccine which will result in you making a claim on somebody else's body. That means you'll insist on them getting a vaccine for your benefit. Now, the answer to this problem is to insist on vaccines that actually work for you. That means vaccines that will protect you in your person, regardless of what anyone else does. And we have this in tetanus vaccines. Whether I have a tetanus vaccine or not is irrelevant to you. This is the standard we must insist on for coronavirus vaccines. So before you say yes to any vaccine, make sure you understand what it is that you're saying yes to. Hi, Alan Hamilton from the Informed Medical Options Party, wishing you well.
This has been authorised by Michael O'Neill for the Informed Medical Options Party, Bellbrook, New South Wales.